If you're enjoying Pigoted Podcast, then why not sign up to our Patreon? You can find it at patreon.com/pigoted, and on there you get loads of extra benefits, such as early access to episodes. You get access to Pigoted Extra, which is extra content from our guests, usually about 45 minutes to an hour long of extra content every single week. You get merchandise, you get to ask questions, you get to be part of our Discord community. We have a Discord server where people chat and ask questions and discuss topics that have been brought up on the podcast. You get all that through Patreon, and it starts from just £3 a month. Plus, you'll be supporting the podcast. You'll be helping the podcast to grow, helping us to fund bigger and better guests and to pay for all the editing and that kind of thing. So please, if you are enjoying Pigoted, then think about signing up and becoming a Patreon from just £3 a month over at patreon.com/pigoted. Welcome to Pigoted Podcast. Joining us today is Archie Ackerman. Yeah. And Archie is a social media, TikTok, what would you say, like fitness guru, fucking Karate Kid shit?
Yeah, about that, I reckon. Karate Kid shit would be about accurate.
Bring it a bit closer to your mic. Not a broadcasting expert.
No,
Sweet.
definitely not.
How many, what sort of videos do you do on those platforms? Like you kicking bottles and washing Mr. Miyagi's car and...
Do some kind of Taekwondo stuff, attempts at comedy.
I always thought, did you watch The Karate Kid when you were like a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone watched that.
I always thought, you know when they were remaking it and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, it always disappoints me when they remake a TV show or a film and they just do exactly the same as the old film.
Yeah, they don't change anything.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to remake it, change it a little bit.
Yeah, make it more interesting to watch.
What I would do, Mr. Miyagi, paedophile.
Oh, God.
So he's like, wax off, paint the fence, all this stuff. And then he tries his techniques and he gets the shit kicked out of him. And he was like, yo, Mr. Miyagi, what was that about? And Mr. Miyagi's like, look, right, don't thank me yet, but you are going to be amazing at giving hand jobs. Like,
no.
That's what it was all about, baby. That was what it was all about. You got really soft hands because you've been waxing the car, paint the fence, your motion's perfect.
There's definitely a dark twist on it, I think.
I would watch that film.
Be interesting.
I would watch that film. Or
something.
Or if Mr. Miyagi was like, he was a nonce back in the day, but he'd like done his time and he'd come out and stuff. And fucking Karate Kid's mum and dad was like, we don't want you hanging around with him.
Yeah, well, that's a bit understandable, isn't it? I wouldn't be that comfortable with it.
He's teaching me karate, but he also might bum you. So that's the problem that we have. We don't have a problem with the self-defense thing.
Yeah.
Why do you have to stay...
It's the other bit.
Yeah, can you not just like practice it in the garden where we can keep an eye on you? Why do you need to go in his house and do it topless? It's weird.
The accent there, that's like the classic mum accent, I think.
What, doing that just with your mouth? Just a little bit?
Yeah.
Just a little bit sort of like, I'm really disappointed in you.
That is very mum.
That is very mum, isn't it?
Like
very sort of like, I'm not telling you why. Oh, do you know what my mum does? She does this every Christmas. She goes, don't get me anything. Listen, I don't want anything. Honestly, I don't want anything. I'm absolutely fine. And you go, all right, I won't get you anything. And then if you don't get her anything, it's like, well, all the things I do for you. And it's like,
you end up with all, like, however long you've lived for, all of that they bring up.
Yeah.
I wiped your ass when you were younger.
Didn't have Mr. Miyagi teaching me how to do it. Just had to learn on my own. How old are you, by the way, Archie?
18.
Oh, wow, you look young for 18 as well, sort of like fresh-faced.
I look like 16 years old.
You look like you could star in the latest Karate Kid film.
I do.
Mr. Miyagi grooming. So how long have you been into like fitness and fucking kicking stuff?
Taekwondo I've been doing about 7 years.
Yeah.
7, 8, maybe 8 at a push, I think.
How good are you at it? Like what level of like...
I'm a second dan, which is a belt above a black belt.
You're a belt above a black belt?
Yeah.
Right, now that sounds to me like they are just trying to get more money out of you at this point. Do you know what I mean? With it, oh no, there's double black belt, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, you bought 12 fucking belts or whatever, now it's triple black belt.
Yeah.
And then...
It's, in Taekwondo, there's about I don't know. There's like 10 belts above a black belt.
Fuck off. See, that's a pyramid scheme. How many people have got 10 belts above a black belt?
I don't know. I mean, the people that train me, they're both 8th dans. And
Wow.
at that point, you get to a grandmaster, you get called.
Jesus Christ. I've always thought with martial arts, right, and you can feel free to fucking correct me on this, but I've always thought that martial arts only really work if the other person is also doing that martial arts.
I mean, to an extent.
And if they're doing it as well, chances are they're better than you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, because I think if you're in a street fight and you try and whip out some crazy complicated thing that you've got taught, it's not going to work.
But the thing
you
is,
try
though,
and go for like pressure points and...
The thing is, though, is if like... So I think that some martial arts are better suited to doing them when you're pissed than others. Do you know what I mean? So like with something like judo or jiu-jitsu, it's like, I'm just going to grab hold of this cunt and throw him on the ground.
Yeah. And then end up on the floor either way, so you might as well take them down as well.
Yeah, I'm going to get on top of him. And look, if I'm pissed or whatever, I'll just fuck whatever. But with like fucking Taekwondo and stuff, it's all leg kicks. And if you can't stand up...
No, I couldn't do Taekwondo if I'd been drinking.
Yeah, you just...
I'd lift my leg up and I'd just fall over immediately.
Absolutely fucked. You're just kicking thin air.
I'd just end up laughing at myself because I'd fallen over.
Dude, it's... Yeah, I reckon the best... I'm trying to think of the best one to do when, like, smashed. Maybe fucking... What's the one with the stick? Is that Aikido?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fuck off. Just get a pool cue. Fuck off.
At that point, it'd be like... Was it Jackie Chan, the Drunken Master one?
Jackie Chan, the Drunken Master. I've never seen that. What's that?
Basically, the more he drinks, the better he is at fighting.
Really?
That's the whole thing.
That's a film?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, that's a film.
That's the whole film, and then at the end, he has to drink pure alcohol to win.
What, like ethanol?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's an actual film that he'd done.
No way. Do you know what? They could
great.
only do that with alcohol, couldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Alcohol's technically a drug. You could never do like Jackie Chan, the cocaine master. Like every time he was going to fight, listen, mate, I'm going to fuck you up. I just need to go to the toilet first. Oh, shit, son. Right, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
And then the last boss man, he's just fucking sticking his head into a pile like
just gets
Scarface.
a full-on key of it, just sticks it in his...
Scarface style, just straight in. Oh, say hello to my little friend. By which I mean my fists.
Yeah, I don't think they could... I don't think that'd go down as well.
I've not watched many Taekwondo or like martial art films and stuff like that because I just find them really boring. Like,
really?
Yeah, because I know what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is the first 15 minutes, he's going to fucking batter like 1,000 people with his dick. Do you know, like he's just gonna throw his dick into a room and 1,000 people are going to fall backwards, and then he's going to spend the rest of the film going, I don't fight. And there's going to be loads of there's going to be loads of boss men going, I'm going to fight you. And us as an audience are like, mate, we've just seen what he did to 1,000 people with his bell end.
You know he's going to beat him.
Yeah, he'll beat the shit out of you. And the dude's going, I don't fight. I don't fight since my wife died or whatever. Yeah. And they
There's always that trauma that stopped him fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I don't fight since... well, we don't talk about it, but it was since I got molested by Mr. Miyagi. Ever since then, I have not fought. I've never raised a fist in anger, maybe some in sexual frustration. But like, and then at the end, like they force him to fight. Come on, fight. We've got like, you know, your wife or whatever, and we've got her.
He beats them easily, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just throws one punch and they fall over.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you see, you bad guys had it coming. That's what every single one is like for me. There's a few that I have watched that I like. So, for example, that's what all of fucking Ip Man or I
was thinking of that, yeah.
Is like for me.
It is just like...
It's so unrealistic as well.
Definitely.
It's just
a good
like...
story, but... Yeah. It is just, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. I'm just going to fight 500 people by blocking. All right, of course you are, Rip Man. But I like John Wick films. I like those.
You have to like John Wick.
John Wicks are fucking great. And I actually think as well that John Wicks are one of the few films that get better. So, you know, most of them, you have your first one, and then you have your second one's dog shit, and then your third one's like
third one's all right. It's better than the second.
Doesn't redeem it. I think John Wick is one of the very few that are, all of them are as good or if not better than the previous one. Yeah. I think they're all fucking class.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because there's not a lot of films like that. that get better as they go on.
Maybe Godfather, but even then, that's not really. You never watched Godfather?
No.
Shit. What?
I know. I should be ashamed of film student as well.
You're a film student.
Yeah,
You've never watched The Godfather.
No, I did film in college, like film TV production.
Did they mention it at any point?
Oh, of course.
They brought it up.
Yeah, they had the classics like Godfather, Pulp Fiction. Never watched them.
You've never watched Pulp Fiction?
No.
Pulp Fiction's fucking amazing. Pulp Fiction's one of the best films ever.
I seen like a clip from it, and I was just not.
What clip did you see?
They were in like a cafe, and they were talking, and then he gets up with a gun and.
Oh, is it when he does the speech, the path of the righteous man?
Yeah, I think so.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
That one.
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon me with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
How many times have you watched that film?
Fucking shitloads. Do you know what? I've not recited that.
25 times, that is.
I've not recited that in a while, but it's fucking in there. It's in there. It's rattling about. It's rattling about. No, it's a fucking great film. It's a great film.
The only thing that makes me want to watch it is Samuel L. Jackson.
Really?
I love him.
Really?
Yeah. Every single film he's in, I love. That's the only thing that makes
What,
me
even
wanna
like
watch
Snakes
it.
on a Plane?
Oh, yeah. Just because it's like ridiculous. And
These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was his idea, wasn't it?
Was it?
Snakes on a Plane, yeah.
Oh, do you know
that
what?
was his condition that he did the film. The one condition that he was going to do the film was that they called it Snakes on a Plane.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. It's one of those, it's like, Samuel, you're a great actor, but stay in your fucking lane. Do you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Stay in your lane. Snakes on a plane.
It is ridiculous. It's pants.
Yeah, it's dreadful.
If you watch it as a film without Samuel L. Jackson, it would be terrible.
It's dreadful. And also as well, I don't think snakes on a plane are that much of a problem. Like, I know that the film makes it a huge problem. Just land. Just land somewhere.
Yeah, but like, snakes. If you look at the snakes, I mean, they're not going to do much.
Stamp on them. Forget that trolley, just ramming it over them.
Kind of wheel the trolley down it and let
Yeah, exactly. Just ram all them necks and shit. I don't know, man. Also, as well, it's one of those because it's CGI, innit? You know, like when you watch a CGI film from 10 years ago, and then you look at it now, and you're like, how did anyone think that this was good?
Yeah, you keep thinking that, though. The further back you go, they're just worse and worse.
Mate, I watched, is it King Kong? Or I think it was just called Kong or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was the one with Jack Black in it. And I remember watching that at the cinema and being like, well, this is the most realistic thing I have ever watched in my entire life. And nothing could possibly be more realistic than this.
Yeah.
And then I watch it now and I'm like, that is the shit. I could do better than that on an iPad in 20 minutes.
Yeah. You look at things like Endgame now.
Endgame.
Like Avengers Endgame.
Oh, right. I have
CGI in it.
I've never seen that.
You haven't seen Endgame?
No, so
Still?
I don't like superhero films.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a big thing for you?
Oh, yeah. I grew up watching Iron Man.
So I don't like watching them because it's the same. They follow the same fucking path of literally of what I just said at the beginning.
100% they do.
Kills loads of people. There's like, oh, I'm not using my powers again just because, nah. And then, do you know what pisses me off now? This is why I don't like superhero films anymore. Is because every superhero film, the superhero, they all have to have mental health issues. Do you know what I mean? They always have to be like, how can I save the city when I can't even save myself? It's like, fuck off.
Sometimes you just want it to be a bit simpler.
Yeah,
and like,
oh mate, just fucking, just batter that bad guy and then fucking get a prescription.
That is their job.
Yeah. Batter the bad guy and get a prescription for diazepam and stop fucking moaning. I've paid 15 quid to watch you open up. Fuck off, Christian Bale. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Anyway, right, the reason that we brought you on today is not to talk about films that are decades old. Fucking hell. Movie review podcast
tangent,
from films that have been out for ages. The reason that we brought you on is because when we release this, it is going to be around Christmas. Yep. It's going to be New Year. And you know what it's like at Christmas. People fatten themselves up.
Definitely.
They eat a little bit. I myself was 5 minutes late to this recording because I got myself a KFC. But, to be fair, I am hungover, out of my fucking arse. KFC's help.
I go with orange juice and a Subway.
Orange juice and a Subway. That is literally the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Orange juice and a Subway.
And you get like a meatball sub, Curio.
Oh, really?
Curio.
So you go with orange juice, a tangy orangey flavour.
Oh, yeah.
And a tomatoey saucy flavour.
No, you don't like...
And you put those two things together.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
No, you have the orange juice first and then you have your Subway.
Nah.
Yeah, it fixes you right up.
Nah, because you... Oh, no, that's horrible. That's atrocious. Because you got the orange of your mouth, the acidic-y is still there. And then you've got that thick, sweaty sauce.
Tomato's still a bit acidic, but...
Oh, mate, I couldn't...
Hangover cures now.
Do you know what? So here's the thing is, so I'm 33 years old. My hangovers now they're literally just fucking impossible. Like, they are just... There's nothing that you can do. You just have to ride them out, and they'll go away when they go away. But, I mean, this is an average level hangover for me, which is fine. I can deal with that. Yeah. But some of them, my fucking God, like walking is just impossible. You know what I mean?
I haven't been that bad.
You've never been that bad?
Never been that bad.
Just wait. Because when I was 18, I could drink all day pure alcohol and then fight people because it made me better. Jackie Chan robbed my idea, robbed my life story. No, I'll tell you what it was. I could drink all day. I could fall asleep in a bath at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning and then be up at 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh, I feel a bit rough. And then by 9 be like, I feel absolutely fine. Whereas now, if I don't get 8 hours in my own bed, even if it's in a different bed, I wake up and I'm like, this is the worst. I feel dreadful.
I'm not looking forward to getting older if that's what it's like.
Yeah, that's literally what... Mind you, though, having said that, I don't exactly look after my body, so I imagine that this is what most people feel like at 70, and I feel like this at 33. So I can only assume that by the...
Sped up the aging a bit.
Yeah, like by the time I'm 70, I'm going to feel like an actual corpse feels, like just rotting in the ground. That's how my life is going to pan out. But... maybe I'm going to chat to you today and I'm going to change my ways. I'm not. But there might be people who are listening to this who are fat fucks.
Who might be.
Or never used to be fat fucks. Those are always the saddest ones because I've always been overweight. Yeah. And so I just like, it's all I know. It's all I know. It's the only life I know. Whereas the people that used to be dead thin and then they're like, and then I had a baby. And now I'm fat as fuck forever. Like, those are the people that have lost it. They had it. No, they had size 8, and then they lost it, and it's disappeared forever. Those are the saddest ones, and they always spend time trying to reclaim it. How can we reclaim it? First of all, is there anything that you can do over Christmas that will lessen the fucking impact of, like, what you're going to do to yourself?
Obviously, with Christmas, with what you're eating... you don't want to, like, not eat as much because it's Christmas.
Yeah, but totally.
Less carbs, maybe.
Less carbs.
Less fat. Maybe less of the bacon. Less of, like, the bacon and the sausages because they're quite fatty foods.
Oh, so no pigs in blankets.
Yeah. I think have yourself more turkey.
Do you know what? I really don't like pigs in blankets anyway.
Really?
Not a fan of them. Don't like them.
They're proper nice.
Really? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I'm a really fussy eater. So, I know you look surprised then because I'm fat. Everyone fucking does it. They look like, well, that can't be possible. But a lot of fat people are fussy eaters because if I fucking love the taste of fucking celery, then I'd eat celery.
True.
But it's gross, so I don't fucking bother. So here's the thing. I have never eaten baked beans.
Ever?
Never in my life. And I never will. I would sooner starve and die than eat a baked bean.
It's just like tomato sauce.
With a fucking... it's like a fucking phlegmy concoction of shit.
Phlegmy?
It's like mucus. It's like a mucusy sauce and a weird fucking bean. Not a chance.
Oh,
no way.
It's just like a...
phlegm. It's like snot. It's like heavy snot.
Well, now I can't eat beans now. I got 4 tins of beans back home that I can't eat.
Exactly. Exactly. Put them all in a bath and raise money for charity. Nah, I couldn't do it. So I've never eaten beans. I hate strawberries. Can't go near strawberries.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big texture.
Usually a safe one.
I'm a very texture person. So for me personally, I was eating a strawberry once, and I don't know why I thought this, But I thought, I bet this is exactly what it feels like if you bit into a tumour. And ever since, yeah, because it's sort of like skin on the outside, but then squishy and sort of pussy.
So it's a plum, though. I think a plum would be more accurate.
I've never eaten a plum.
Really? Plums have like quite a thick skin, and then it's really soft underneath.
I've just realised you've got 1,000 rings.
Oh yeah.
I've never.
I'm like constantly got rings on.
Wow. Wowee.
Yeah, they're more. I don't know why.
Holy shit.
I started wearing like 2, and then they just kind of grew.
Fucking hell, I bet they know you by name at the pawnbrokers. That's amazing. Where'd you get your rings from?
Mainly Amazon, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like...
They're not, are they like good quality ringage?
Oh,
or
yeah.
do they turn you...
pretty good.
Turn you like fingers green and shit?
As long as you don't get the ones where it's like 10 rings for £2.
Well, yeah, that is in itself a fucking... Yeah. How much does the average ring cost on there?
Like tenner, probably.
Oh, right, okay.
Stainless steel and everything.
But you sort of like interchange them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll change them all up.
If you punch someone with all those rings, that would be fucking torturous.
It'd leave like an anchor print. That one with the anchor on it.
You literally
like an anchor print on the cheek.
Yeah, people are like, are you joining the Navy? Like, nah, man, I pissed off a second Dan.
They'd know exactly who'd punched them, wouldn't they?
It's like you're wearing knuckle dusters.
I mean, I guess. Oh, well, now I got to think of it like that. They're just legal knuckle dusters, aren't they?
Oh, mate, that'd be great.
No.
If you saw in a like a legal gangster film,
yeah,
and some dude was like, "I'll fucking have you, mate," and then he just put on 12 rings. It's fuck off.
There'll be people going out after this and buying themselves a bunch of big rings.
So over Christmas, less fat.
Yeah.
Less carbs.
Yeah.
What do you find carbs like potato and shit?
Potatoes are good. Potatoes are healthy carbs. Because they're like natural, but it's more stuff like pastries.
So like mince pies are off.
Oh yeah, definitely mince pies. Even though I do love a mince pie, but mince pies are proper. Got a lot of fat and they got a lot of processed sugar.
Really?
Oh yeah, processed sugar is stuff like chocolate, sweet stuff that aren't natural.
So I was labouring under the misconception that mince pies were not healthy per se, but like not that bad for you because it's got like currants in and shit and it tastes fruity.
They're not the worst thing because obviously they've got like raisins and everything, but it's they do have quite a lot of sugar in them.
They're like a secret fucking...
Oh yeah.
A secret missile.
Yeah, they
man.
misdirect you.
What's your, then, as a fitness person, what's your Christmas dinner look like? What's on your plate?
Turkey leg. Full turkey leg.
When you say full turkey leg, you mean like the actual bone and everything?
Oh yeah, just like the drumstick of a turkey, yeah.
What, like the medieval times?
Oh yeah, it makes you feel like a king just sitting there at the end of the table
watching a jousting contest.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel great.
Do you not have it like in slices? You just have a leg of turkey?
Yeah, I just grab myself a leg off the turkey.
That's insanity. I don't like that idea at all.
Really?
I don't like that idea at all. No, I have it in slices like the breast.
No, it's like I don't like the breast.
You don't like the breast? No. Well, it is dry in it, to be fair, which is why I sort of compensate for that with a metric shit ton of gravy. So
love gravy.
What I do is I get enough gravy to fill... well, I've actually got my own reservoir out on the on the outskirts of Preston that over the course of 12 months makes gravy for me, and then I just dip a bit of turkey. You just kind of
get like a vat of gravy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I have a gravy reservoir to stop the dryness of fucking turkey. Right, so if you turkey leg, you have gravy.
No, well,
you don't have
I have
gravy
on my potatoes, but the thing with gravy, it's basically pure fat. If you leave gravy to cool down. Yeah. It turns to like a jelly. Right. It turns to like a jelly because that's basically what it is.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I would rather be can't leave the house fat level of obese
than not
have gravy. Like literally, I would rather be one of those sort of... You see those programs like fucking 600 stone and counting or whatever, and then they're like, well, I'm so fat I can't move, and then
they get craned out of bed, kind of thing.
And then they got that doctor in the US, and the doctor's like, he's got like a foreign accent. I'm not sure where he's from. Yeah, he's like a surgeon. He goes, "You are the fattest cunt I've ever seen in my life." I was like, no, I'm trying to get better. And they're like, no, you're not trying hard enough. You're very fat. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 43 tits on your body. 43 tits, this is not normal for a human being. And then the guys to be like, yeah, I'm a big fat fuck. And then they go, all right, we'll do an operation on you. I love those. Have you ever seen It's Your Fault I'm Fat?
No.
Oh, man, this is on Channel 5. This is a fucking belt of this. So it's fat kids, basically. Oh. And, like, big fat kids. Yeah. And they go to their mum and dad. And they're like, Mum, Dad, I'm dead fat, and it's your fault.
Well,
and
wrong.
Well, they're not wrong if it's like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But there was one that was like 18.
Oh,
and
well,
it's
then...
like, and Mum was like, we buy healthy foods. You come back with McDonald's, you fat bitch.
Yeah, like if they're 18, then it is their fault.
Yeah,
they can choose to change it.
Yeah, I think I watched one, and they sat Mum and Dad down, and Dad was just having none of it. Yeah. And it was this girl, and she was like, I don't feel pretty. I look at everybody on Instagram and I just don't feel pretty compared to them. And Dad was like, well, it's not our fault. She was like, I think it is your fault. And he went, it's not my fault. You had 2 teas yesterday. And she was like, that is a good point, to be fair.
Yeah. I think, well, because if you instill, like, unhealthy eating habits in your kids when they're young, they'll carry that on. But I think if you're bringing home healthy food and they're bringing home McDonald's, then it is completely their fault.
Yeah, if they're 18, there's nothing really that they can do. In my head, it's as stupid as having a TV show called "It's Your Fault I Got a Tattoo," and it's like, well, you gave me the money, and I went out and bought a tattoo, and it's your fault.
Still chose to.
Yeah, it's like you chose. Yeah, if you have some money and you choose to buy shit with it and stick it into your body because it tastes lovely, then yeah, there's no one else's fault that you're a big fat fuck.
No, it would be your fault, yeah.
I think maybe teenagers I can sort of see.
Yeah, like I think young teens, because they're still quite impressionable in their heads.
They do fat camp in America, don't they?
That thing?
Yeah.
Fat camp.
That's a
I thought that was a joke.
No. They kidnap children in the dead of night. Right, that I made up. They're too heavy to kidnap. Oh, Keith, we got to move this big fat fucker.
Have to get like ropes and get people hauling them.
Yeah, they get like like furniture removal companies to move this fat fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah.
They got like, all right, okay, tilt him on one side. That's how we'll get him through the door. Tilt him. All right, prop him up on the stairs. Right, now I'll push down.
Well, to me, to you, to me.
Fucking kids rolling out. No, they do fat camps in America. Well, camp in America is like a big thing.
Oh yeah, they've got like band camps, I know, and like
band camp and fucking Camp America, where posh kids go and get, fucking taught or whatever, space camp and shit. They have fat camp as well, so they have like, if you're like a big fat fucker, which in the US is fairly common, then
there's quite a high percentage in that are obese.
Yeah, because all their food's made of shit, like all of it. Yeah. Like, if you want really fresh, really nice food in America, it costs a shitload.
It's all like, even their chocolate, they don't have real milk in their chocolate either.
Really?
Yeah, that's why Americans, if you see them on TikTok and they always freak out when they try our chocolate, it's because they don't have milk in it. They have some, like, weird, dried, fake stuff in it.
Oh,
I don't know.
God. To be fair, I've had American chocolate before, and it was so disgusting. Yeah, it was so bitter. It's like, how are you all so fat when this is your fucking chocolate?
You just wouldn't want to eat it,
mate. If you sent that to Ethiopia, they'd be like, nah, we'll send it back, mate.
Yeah, we're all good.
Christ above. It was just fucking appalling. So, right, okay, Christmas dinner, you got your turkey leg. Yeah. You got no gravy because it turns into fat. You've already ruined your own Christmas as far as I'm concerned.
Got some gravy on the taters.
On the taters. Got some gravy on them taters. So a little bit of gravy on your potatoes.
Yeah.
What sort of potatoes are we having?
Roast ones. I have roast ones.
Roast potatoes.
Yeah.
Do you have new potatoes, like boiled potatoes?
The what, sorry?
Like new potatoes, like boiled potatoes?
No, I don't like boiled potatoes.
Okay. Do you have mashed potatoes?
No.
No?
We just have roasties at Christmas.
Just roasties?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, I think that's controversial.
Really?
And I think you need to sit your parents down.
They're the only taters worth having.
You need to sit them down and say, listen, it's your fault I have a shit Christmas dinner. Like instead of it's your fault I'm fat, you go, guys, I need to sit you down. I've seen the roast dinners on Instagram, and I'm comparing myself to them, and yours is just not as good. We need 3 types of potatoes. What are you fucking playing at? Okay, so you have one. So what else is on your fucking plate then? You've got a leg, some roast potatoes.
I've got like 2 roast potatoes. I got
2 roast potatoes.
Yeah, we have quite big ones. Like they're full potatoes. The full
potatoes.
Yeah.
So a jacket potato
Not
size.
like jacket potatoes. They're probably half the size of a jacket one.
Right. Okay. So you've got half a potato of a roast potato. So your roast potato is basically half a potato.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
I've got 2 of those.
Again, this is insane. This is
like
insane to me. Right. Okay. So two big fucking roast potatoes. What else?
A bunch of beans, broccoli, cauliflower.
So really,
roast parsnips and carrots. Roast parsnips are really nice. They're quite healthy.
Hate all of those things.
Really?
Yeah. So you name me a vegetable on a Christmas dinner, and I'll tell you whether or not I have it. No.
Obviously.
The answer, none.
Really?
Don't have any.
I don't have sprouts because sprouts
are literally disgusting.
Sprouts are disgusting. I don't get how people eat them.
I have a Jack Russell, right?
Yeah.
And my Jack Russell will eat fucking anything. I have seen my Jack Russell eat. I had to take him to the vets literally 2 days ago because the fucker ate loads of chocolate for the 20th fucking time, and it's poisonous to him.
Yeah.
I have seen my Jack Russell eating sheep shit. He does it regularly. On a fucking walk, he will stop and eat sheep shit like it's fucking delicious.
Nice.
Gave him a Brussels sprout, and even he spat it out. That is a thing that eats
worrying, that.
sheep shit. Literally eats shit, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not having a sprout, mate. That's fucking disgusting."
I don't think my dog eats them. My mum's given them. My mum's the only one who eats them in the whole house.
Really?
She forces all us to eat them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Occasionally,
give them my dog, and she just spits them out.
Occasionally, I'll watch like Jamie Oliver has like a TV program, and it's like Jamie Oliver's super happy Christmas, and he's like, I'm gonna show you how to have a super happy Christmas and have the best Christmas dinner you've ever had in your life, and it's easy and it only takes 2 seconds. And it's like, it doesn't take 2 seconds, Jamie. It takes
like 5 hours.
A team of you all day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll make sprouts, and every once in a while I'll look and I'll go, they don't look too bad. Yeah, because they sort of look like
kind of nice,
crunchy and interesting.
Yeah,
but just a fat fucking mushy,
like
horrible
boiled sprouts.
Nah,
it's got boiled sprouts and it's just mush, and it's
not doing it at all.
Nice.
And do you know what? As well, is I've never in my life thought, this is a meal that could do with sprouts.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Just never. So sprouts are off for me. Yeah. I don't care how healthy they made you. Even if they made my dick double in size, nah.
No, not worth it.
What's next?
Right, cabbage, but the cabbage is, after it's boiled, fried in butter, and it gives it quite like a sweety, salty taste.
Okay, so you had me again at fried in butter.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I had cabbage, I went no, and then I had fried in butter, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe.
I mean, fried in butter isn't the healthiest thing.
I was just about to say, I am not a health expert, but I have heard rumours that that butter is quite bad for you.
Yeah, it's not the healthiest thing, but I mean, you eat the cabbage.
Okay, all right then.
Kind of all the rest of the veg that I have.
What's a better option, right?
Yeah.
Either a healthy thing that has been cooked in an unhealthy way, i.e., fucking cabbage that has been fried in butter, or an unhealthy thing, but only a little bit of it, like 2 pigs in blankets.
It depends, because pigs in blankets, if you're comparing those 2, pigs in blankets, if you have like the same amount of each, if you have like the same amount of each, I would still go with the cabbage.
No, but it's not the same amount. It's a third of the amount.
A third of the amount. Then I would go the unhealthy thing.
There you go. And this is how we are going to fucking hack Christmas, because instead of eating
just
fucking...
eat less.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat less really nice things and not eat fucking cabbage and sprouts and shit. What else do you have? Cabbage, sprouts?
It's the carrots, like roasted carrots.
Carrots, roasted carrots. I am really particular with how roasted carrots
They're not
go.
They're not like the boiled carrots where they're just
So I'll have roasted carrots, but I want those tiny little fucking thin carrots.
Yeah.
You know the carrots that like Bugs Bunny eats?
Oh, yeah.
Those are the kind of carrots that I like. I don't like big fat carrots because they're not crunchy enough.
Yeah, we have ours where we get the normal ones, but we cut them in half.
Okay.
Because then they have like that crunch on the outside.
Yeah. Rather than being fucking mushy on one and then
You have to be like the same as roasted where they're crunchy.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Stuffing.
Oh, I love stuffing. Don't tell me
healthy stuffing.
What? Oh, so is stuffing unhealthy? Naturally.
Some of the stuff, because some of it has like animal fats and stuff in it. You don't have to.
Wait, stuffing has animal fat in it?
Some of it does, yeah.
Fuck
some of the shop bought stuff. Not a lot of it. Some of it has I think it's pig fat or.
Oh, I'm not asked about pigs.
Like that.
I thought it was going to be like dog fat or something.
Oh no,
like
it'll be stuff. No, not stuff like that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. I fucking love stuffing.
Yeah, stuffing's lovely.
I have a mound of stuffing that's almost as big as my mound of mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking
humongous. Like celery and leeks and stuff in it.
Leek, love. Celery, depends.
Celery, you can't taste it when it's with the leek because celery tastes quite weak. It doesn't have a lot in it.
Yeah, it's bland, isn't it? I'll have celery in a spag bog. Spag bog. A spag bog. I'll have celery in a spag bowl. That's a really hard fucking sentence to say.
Celery in a spag bowl.
Well, not for you, but clearly for me.
A little bit.
Celery in a spag bowl, and it's fine. But like in other stuff, I'm like, nah, it just tastes of watery nothingness.
Yeah, it's not very strong, but that's why it's nice. That's why it's good in stuffing because you can't taste it.
Well, if you can't taste it, you can't taste it and you don't know it's there. You
get all the vitamins and everything from it. You get all the nutrients, but you just can't taste it.
Fucking Lord above. Really? On Christmas Day, you're trying to sneak vitamins into yourself?
I mean, that's like... I mean, if it's as long as it's there, I don't really...
All right. So we covered Christmas dinner, which is, according to you, have less... pigs in blankets and gravy and more veg, which I'll be honest with you, sounds dreadful. It sounds
put gravy
really
on
bad.
your veg. Put gravy on your broccoli or something.
Yeah, but then you're still eating broccoli. it's like saying put hundreds and thousands on a shit. Do you know what I mean? It's hundreds and thousands. They're nice. It's like it's on a literal fucking dog turd. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Broccoli's fucking foul.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
I have little broccolites, what they're called. They're like baby broccoli.
Broccolites?
Yeah.
That sounds like a great name for like an all-female band. Do you know what I mean?
The broccolites.
We're the broccolites. Okay, so Christmas. What about booze? What's the healthiest way to get fucking smashed?
Healthiest way to get smashed would be lowest calories. It'd be spirits. Spirits have the most alcohol to the less. Because if you think about if you're drinking beer or cider or something like that, you got to drink a lot more.
10 pints of it. Yeah.
But if you're drinking spirits, you can have half a bottle of vodka and you're done. Or you're sorted for a while anyway.
So really, the smartest thing to do would be to basically have doing it where it's straight. Straight whiskey or straight vodka.
Whiskey or brandy. Because they're quite nice on, if you have honey whiskey, I reckon that'll go quite nice.
Really?
Honey whiskey's quite nice anyway.
But it's a fucking... I mean, it's hard, innit? Do you know what I mean? You got to pace yourself. If you're on the whiskey, do you know what I mean? And everyone else is on pint, you can't really have rounds,
if you're not trying to... If you're trying to, keep it slow and be at the same pace as everyone else...
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to drink a bit slower.
if you've had a fucking bottle of whiskey, then a fucking orange juice and a meatball marinara is not going to fucking sort you out. That is going to make you vomit all over fucking... It's going to make you vomit all over a sandwich artist, and nobody wants that. Okay, sweet. So we covered booze. Treats, Christmas little treats. Mince pies, you said are fucking off.
I mean, mince pies are better than something like chocolate.
Okay.
Something like mince pies are better than chocolate.
What about panettone?
What's that?
It's like a fucking big fat dome of dough with either lemon or
what about Christmas puddings?
No. Panettone's like a doughy type thing, whereas Christmas pudding's like a cakey.
Yeah.
Well, panettone's like it's a pretty big sort of like a hill of food, and you kind of rip it like that.
Yeah.
And just sort of eat it. No, you've never had panettone.
No. It just depends how much sugar in it. Sugar's in
probably
it. Like,
fucking shitloads. Like probably literally fucking loads.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you ever do the thing where you like read the packet at the back?
No. I can't. No. Because the amount of calories in stuff is a lot. Like in a Mars bar, it'd take you 2 hours of running to burn off a Mars bar, and I'm not reading that.
Do you know what? Like that makes me think that calories are bullshit, or that something's bullshit.
Some of them, I was thinking to lose weight.
But how is it, right, that I could run for 2 hours and burn 300 calories?
Yeah.
But me just being alive burns like 2,500 a day. Like I don't understand that.
No.
Like I don't understand how you can like fucking, just live, just living is 2,500.
Because it's like your body functions. Like, because if you think about everything that your body does.
Yeah, but
burning all that.
Everything that my body does, like.
I mean, just keeping you alive, with your heart pumping. Heart pumping alone.
I wonder. Now, I am going to Google the answer to this question because there's no way that you'll know it off the top of your head. And if you do know it off the top of your head, fair play. How many calories do you reckon you burn having a wank?
Oh, God.
What do you reckon?
I mean, it depend on how long it takes, doesn't it?
Okay. I'm going to Google it now. Place your bets. What do you think? How many? What do you think?
I don't know. I'll say 75 in the middle of 100 to 50. I'll say
75.
No way.
Because I was going to say, if running for 2 hours is 350,
way too many.
How vigorous is your wank? I was going to say 15 calories or something like that.
Yeah, about 15 to 10, maybe 10.
During
10 to 15.
Just a sec.
That's a hard question, that.
Just a sec.
Rethinking it.
I have to think about when you're Googling something, you have to sort of think what's the way to phrase this question to Google it,
so it doesn't come up with the wrong thing. Don't come up with something.
No fucking way. I'm not having that. According to a research paper published in PLOS 1, energy expenditure during sexual activity was 101 kcal in men and 69.1 kcal in women. Comparing it to a workout of moderate intensity for 30 minutes, it came out to be 276 kcal in men and 213 in women.
That's like doing it though. That's like actual sex.
Ah, right. Okay.
Actual sex, yeah, you burn a lot of calories.
Okay, just a sec. Right. Okay, so I've got one here on Healthline. Does masturbation really burn calories? Is it possible?
It's just your arm moving. Around, isn't it?
Okay. So this is a bit more reasonable. 100 calories I thought was insane. Apparently between 5 and 6 calories.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's not really an awful lot. So in order to sort your Mars bar out, you probably have to wank about 50 times.
Yeah, about that you would.
It's not. I mean, for a minute, for a minute, when it said 100 calories, for a minute, I genuinely thought that I had somehow found a reasonable workaround. And I was going to be in a year's time, I was going to be absolutely fucking ripped. I was going to be on This Morning.
I mean, your right arm would be.
Yeah.
Just that.
I was going to be on This Morning talking to Lorraine. Oh, I've got a new fitness DVD coming out for 2023.
Oh, no.
It's called Wank Yourself Thin. It's
I think
really
I'd buy
works.
that.
It really works.
Just for the comedy.
Oh, mate. I'd do it like an aerobics DVD.
The old-fashioned ones.
And up, and down, and up, and down, and round, and round, and round. And churn the butter.
Oh, God.
And twist. Okay, take a break. All right. Think about Lorraine Kelly. Get it? Keep it there. And we're off again. Come on now. like high intensity interval training. You just fucking go at it for 30 seconds and then you just stop. Just watch your erection there like that for a minute and then go at it again.
Like them old 80s videos of people in the, what they call them, leotard thing.
Yeah. Spandex
doing
and
the
shit.
whole
I want to get physical. Physical.
Yeah.
Be so great, though. Be so great if that worked. Do you know what, though? Is if if that did actually work, people would, you know, like, you lost weight, you'd be like, no.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, absolutely not. Yeah.
Same weight.
Yeah. Have you been
Still weigh 300 pounds, yeah.
You look like you've been wanking a lot recently. No, absolutely not, mate. If anything, I've put weight on. I think I've been wanking less.
Try and get defensive about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking amazing. Right, New Year.
Yeah.
So, January, you're going to get a lot of fucking hashtag New Year, New Me's.
Oh.
What is the, what's the deal? So what's going to, like hashtag New Year, New Me, guys. It's the 1st of January, and I'm going to be a better person, and I'm doing my mum voice. I don't know why. What is, like, if you could set, say, 3 rules or 5 rules, general rules that you, if you abide by, you'd notice a difference and feel better. Because, right, so here's the thing. I was, like, a mate of mine who's a comedian, qualified nutritionist, right? And he sent me a thing once, and he was like, mate, he goes, I hope you don't feel offended that I'm reaching out to you, but I'm making a new weight loss program, and I'm going to sell it and stuff because I'm a qualified nutritionist and that. But I'd want to get some feedback, some real-world feedback on it first. So if I send you the plan, you can do it. You can have the plan for free. Just tell me what it's like. And I was like, all right, okay, I don't see, you know. And he'd done it very detailed. He'd written out a shopping list of everything for you to get, and then what happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever. And so I was reading through, and every morning you had to wake up and you had to drink a full pint of grapefruit juice.
A pint of grapefruit?
A pint of grapefruit juice. And I said, I messaged him, I was like, mate, I said, it looks great, but the grapefruit juice thing, what can I have instead?
Yeah. And
he went, oh, you can't have anything instead. And I said, can I not just not do it? He goes, no, because the antioxidants in the grapefruits it's got specific fat-burning qualities in the grapefruits, so that kickstarts your metabolism and starts you to sort of go, you know, like burn fat earlier in the day. And I was like, well, can I not just have, like, apple juice or something? I fucking love apple juice. He was like, no, it has to be grapefruit juice. I was like, cool, I'm not going to do it then because I hate grapefruit juice. You might as well have said, wake up in the morning and drink a pint of your own piss because piss has special property. You'd be like, but I'm drinking piss every morning. Waking up, I've got to drink a pint of piss in the morning. It's horrible. Yeah. So I don't think, like, do you think diets work?
They do, but you have to, if you're on a diet and it's like one of those proper strict ones, you have to stick to it because, like, I don't diet. I can't be bothered with it.
Right.
But those ones where it's like all planned out and they have all of the meals pre-planned and everything, they do work, but if you mess one thing up, it can set you back like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, like keto?
Oh, don't. Some fad diets are awful.
So I did keto, and it got me down to the lightest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty fucking heavy, but it was the lightest I've ever been. But literally, I had like 1 carb and was like back in the fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, straight away.
Because a lot of the diets, they don't do it. A lot of them like starve you, but they do it too quickly. And if you lose weight too quickly, then the second you eat anything, your body panics because you've lost all of that so quickly, and your body panics and puts it all back on. It puts it all straight into stores.
Right, okay.
In case that happens again.
Shit. So if
weight loss is better a bit slower.
So if I ate an apple every day for a week, like fucking Christian Bale did to get in shape for The Machinist, that's a film fact for you. You've never seen The Machinist, have you?
Never seen
Film
that
student, unbelievable. Famously starved himself by eating an apple a day.
That's all he ate.
Yeah. So his body got really thin and contorted.
I've seen like
there's
pictures of him in that. Yeah,
there's a really famous thing of him in front of the mirror.
Yeah,
and he looks really fucking really thin. Yeah. What was I going to say? I've literally lost my train of thought.
If you had an apple a day.
Yes. So if I had an apple a day and got really fucking thin, did it for a week, I'd lose loads of weight. But then if I went, do you know what? I've had a whole week on nothing but apples. I'm going to treat myself to a Papa John's.
Yeah.
Then your body would go, fuck, actual food is coming in. Let's give him tits.
Yeah.
Really?
If you think about it, if you had apples for a week, that's 7 apples you've had for the whole week. All you've eaten is 7 apples.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. If you think about, you have to compare it to your actual body weight.
Yeah.
And 7 apples, you can't maintain your body weight.
So you'd probably be better off. So what's an apple, like 200 calories or something like that?
Something like that. It's nothing.
So you'd be better off, instead of eating 200 calories for 6 days, and then on the 7th day eating 4,000 calories, you'd be better off eating 1,800 calories a day, every day.
I mean, yeah, you just, as long as it's better a lot slower. It's better having a lot of a shallower gradient, if you get what I mean.
Okay, so it's better to just do it gradually.
Yeah, what you need is a calorie deficit, which means there's less calories coming into your body than what your body needs. Because that's what makes your body eat, like, the fat stores and everything.
So I need, is it 2,000 or 2,500 that men need?
It'll depend on your body weight and everything. I think it's 2,500.
Okay. I think mine will probably be slightly more than that. So as long as you just stay underneath that, then you will lose weight.
Yeah, as long as you stay underneath that. It can be like a calorie underneath that, or it can be 100 calories or 1,000 calories if it's that much.
Are we going for that as the first top tip? Like fucking,
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it slowly if you're losing weight.
Slowly but surely. Because do you know what as well is the temptation is for people to go, right, okay, it's January.
Spell calorie.
Sorry?
I can't even spell calorie.
The temptation is for people to go, right, okay, well, it's January the 1st. By January the 7th, I want to be a stone lighter. And it's like...
It's not healthy for your body either.
But the thing is as well, is you know what people are like, is if I do something on day one, then I feel pretty good about myself for doing it on day one.
Yeah.
And then if I go ahead and do it on day 2, then I'm like, yeah, sweet, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then day 3, I go, oh, right, okay. Then day 4, I'm like, I've not noticed a difference yet. And then day 5 is like, the fuck is going on here? What's happening? Yeah. And then day 6 is like, this is shit. Yeah. And then day 7 is like, I've not noticed any difference. And then you weigh yourself and you go, you are fucking 2 pounds lighter. You're like, what? This wasn't worth it. This 1 week was not worth 2 pounds.
The people who lose like a stone in a week, they'll feel great because they've lost all of that weight. Yeah. It's a lot of weight to lose in a week. And they'll feel great about it. But then because they feel great, they'll be like, oh, well, I've done it now.
Yeah.
And they'll kind of, it'll fizzle and it'll die out. And then they'll end up putting it all back on.
So it's better to have little changes that you can sustain over a long period.
Yeah. It's the little changes. Just change little things about what you're eating, what you're drinking.
Yeah.
Because I think drink is like hidden. Drink is hidden weight.
Oh, really?
When
tip number 2, guys, drink is hidden weight.
Just because what do you mean? Because I think if you're drinking a lot of sugary stuff, a lot of drinks with fat in it, and you don't notice because you're not eating it.
So I am drinking Juice Burst Apple, no added sugar.
Yeah, that's
and it's 1 of my 5 a day apparently.
That's fructose is the sugar in that. You got fructose and glucose.
Okay.
Fructose is like the stuff that's in fruit. That's healthy for you. That's what your body likes. And then glucose is all like the like machine made, all the manufactured stuff.
Okay.
But it's just like when you're drinking Coke and Pepsi and everything.
I'm just looking here. There's 11 grams of carbohydrates in this. Oh, you fucking cunts. I fucking hate it when people do this. Right. So they've put per 100 ml.
Yeah.
And there's 500 million here.
Oh yeah, they hide it.
So there's 55 grams of carbohydrates in here.
Yeah, there's still a fair amount, but that's a lot healthier than something like if you were drinking Iron Brew or...
I fucking hate it when cunts do this. It's knobhead maths.
Just tell you what's in the bottle.
Yeah, because as if I'm going to buy this fucking bottle of apple juice and drink a fifth of it every day.
Yeah. Or
keep it for 5 days.
Do quick maths and figure out how much is in there.
Dude, it pisses me off. So, like when you get a chocolate bar and they're like a third...
one serving and it's like 4 little pieces of it. It's like, no one eats 4 pieces of a chocolate bar.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess I'm going to save this chocolate bar for the next 4 days. It's like... Wow. Yeah,
the whole thing.
Smarties do it as well, don't they? Yeah. Smarties are like, who fucking buys some Smarties and has like 3 of them?
Oh, you have the whole pack of Smarties.
Yeah, exactly. You pour them down your fucking mouth.
That's why it's like, I think especially drinks, because like the drinks that have a lot of fat and sugar in them, you don't feel like you're eating or drinking anything.
Do you know? You
don't feel like you're getting a lot of fat in you or sugar.
Okay, so what are the healthy things to drink? Water, I imagine, is pretty healthy.
Water, yeah. Water's always healthy, but it's stuff... Mainly fruit juices.
Okay.
Fruit juices I would like stick to because they taste nice. They're healthier for you because they have the vitamins and the nutrients and everything. And they're not like... If you look at Coke, it's like black.
Yeah.
Like...
Do you not drink Coke then?
No. Don't drink Coke.
Not even Diet Coke?
No. I don't drink it.
Well, that doesn't have any sugar in.
No, it's because like it's black.
So you
it's
don't
mainly
like
the colour that puts me off because it's like jet black or like very dark brown. I'm like,
okay. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna clip that bit up to make you look like a massive racist.
Oh no! Don't. Oh, God.
It's black and it puts me off. It's the colour I don't like it. Archie Ackerman, fitness guru blogger Archie Ackerman with horrific things about what he really feels. I'm going to say, I'm going to go, so I'm going to cut it up and it's going to be me going, hi Archie, we've come on here to talk about BLM. And you're going, it's black, I don't like it, I don't trust it. It's horrible, I don't trust the colour. I'm like, well, that's an interesting viewpoint, Archie, thank you. Okay, I mean, I do get your point. Like, have you seen the things about, like, you know, they put like a fucking tooth in Coke overnight or whatever and it just gets rotted. Yeah. That's
like,
a bit fucking...
If you look at actually how much... Have you seen those pictures of like a bottle of Coke and then they've got how much sugar is in it next to it and like a cup?
No.
They've got like, I can't even remember how much it is. Hold on, how much? I'm going to Google this because this is crazy when you actually see how much sugar is in Coke.
Have you ever seen the one where it's like, what's it fucking called? So you ever see the one where it's like, they get a McDonald's,
yeah,
and then they bury it or they fucking put it in a box or something, and then they come back to it like 5 years later, and it's not even started to fucking decompose or anything.
What, like, no?
You've not seen this?
No.
So there's people who've like bought McDonald's from like 10 years ago, and they put it in a bag and leave it, and it doesn't decompose like food.
See, that's worrying because we'll eat that, but bugs won't.
Yeah. But mind you, though, my dog doesn't eat Brussels sprouts, and they're good for you.
True.
So, I don't know how wide of a brush stroke you can fucking paint that with.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's how much sugar's in Coke.
Yeah, it's like 10 cubes of sugar in a can of Coke.
That's what makes it so delicious.
But it's like stuff like that, and it's all hidden because you don't see it. Like, if you're putting that, you would never put, like, 10 cubes in a cup of tea.
Okay.
But it's all in the Coke.
Okay. So,
stuff like that.
Tip number 1, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Tip number 2, watch what you're fucking drinking.
Yeah.
And drink...
Especially alcohol. Alcohol, you'll put weight on like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at uni now, and the amount of people who are saying they've put on loads of weight because of how much they've been drinking.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that is pretty obvious to me, to be fair.
Yeah.
They should be drinking straight... Because a lot of alcohol's sugary as fuck anyway. Like,
beers and ciders.
A WKD, it's like...
that's juice.
Literally
tastes like juice.
The sugariest fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay, last tip to fucking, sorters.
With exercise, do what suits you and what you'll enjoy. Because so many people, they go, oh yes, I'll go to the gym, but they don't enjoy it at the gym. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing,
if
it's not at least kind of fun for you, then you're not going to do it.
Yeah, I fucking hated the gym. I always have done.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like intimidated at the gym, or they look at all the people in the gym, the massive guys who walk around and they're...
But it's just
walk
boring.
Doorways sideways. And
it's just boring, I find.
Stuff like...
So here's the thing is, so I... the only form of exercise I really get is going boxing. And I like that because so if I'm on a treadmill, all I think about is I could stop at any moment. Like, I could literally... There's a big fuck off button there that says stop.
You've got a massive red button in case you stop.
And I hate running. And so every second is torture. And I could just stop at any moment. And in my head, it's like, you could just stop. And that's all I think about. You could just stop. You could just stop. You could just stop. Doesn't matter if I put on music or a podcast. I can't drown that out. Whereas if you're boxing, you have to think about so much stuff. You have to think about where your feet are. You have to think about, like, you know, fucking what he's just said to punch. You got to fucking move.
Your mind's
and slip
engaged, like properly
engaged.
engaged.
And pivot and shit. And I'm thinking about other stuff. And so I'm not just thinking, oh, you can stop. And I almost get tired by accident. Do you know what I mean?
Because you don't realise.
Yeah. You go, oh shit, I'm actually out of breath. Fuck. And you get more out of breath than what you would if you were just fucking sat at the gym. You know, like...
like, I hate running. I don't even look at the treadmills because I hate it.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But it's things like I get my cardio from doing Taekwondo, from, like, sparring, because I really enjoy doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's fun for me to do. But stuff like, running I will never do. Hated those stair machines. Those stair machines, I'd rather just leave the gym.
I always thought those stair machines were for women who wanted fatter asses.
That is mainly who goes on it.
Yeah. Is that what you were after? Is that what Mr. Miyagi told you to go on? Climb up the stairs. Climb up the stairs. Get a big fat booty. I always got told you can't out-train a bad diet.
Yeah, no, because it takes a lot to burn calories.
Yeah, so no matter what you fucking put in is so much more important than you exercising and shit.
You can lose weight without exercising. You can 100% lose weight without exercising.
But you can't lose weight if you exercise loads but eat
utter just crap.
Yeah.
If you can do like 6 hours exercise a day, but if you're going home and eating like 2 pizzas and Mackies and all of that, then you're not going to lose anything. 2 pizzas and Mackies
sounds fucking amazing. Sounds amazing.
Just go home, you're eating like Papa John's pizza or Domino's, whatever.
Yeah.
You're eating Mackies and KFC and you're just shoveling all of that in. Then you're not going to lose anything.
To be fair, I went to KFC today, but I chose the healthy option at KFC.
Okay.
And the healthy option is the boneless banquets.
Okay.
Because it's chicken, isn't it?
Chicken is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
White meats are a lot better than like red meats. Like, choose chicken over steak any day.
Really?
Yeah, they've got so much more fat in them, red meats, and they've got I can't remember what it's called, but they're really unhealthy for like your liver and everything as well.
Oh shit! I eat red meat. I eat steak all the time.
I do love steak.
Yeah.
But white meat's a lot better for you.
Yeah, but it's just like, I always think when I'm cooking white meat, I'm like, oh god, I've got to like wipe things down, otherwise everyone will get salmonella. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I don't cook this properly, I'm actually gonna fucking shit my pants and die.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't cook a steak properly, it just tastes a bit iffy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's less.
I have medium rare anyway, steaks.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
I have rare or sometimes blue. Yeah. I fucking love.
Blue.
I don't like people who like well done shouldn't be allowed.
No, definitely not. If you're having a steak and you can't like see the juice flow out of it as you're cutting
by juice, you of course mean blood.
Yeah, I say juice because blood puts people off.
Yeah, exactly. Juice. Yeah, that's what people say when they say a juicy steak. Can I have a steak with lots of blood in it, please? Lots of animal blood from dead animal. Yeah, we had a vegan on here a while ago, and she was like really passionate about that. And it's like, that's the blood of an animal. It's like, it does taste great.
It is the blood of an animal. I think that's why we say juice, though. A lot of people say juice to try and detach from it.
It's their own fault for being so goddamn delicious. Right, we are going to have ourselves a little break, and then we're going to record Picoted Extra. Before we go, is there anything that you want to plug, Archie?
My TikTok.
What's your TikTok?
Archie_Ackerman1. And yeah, I've got my Patreon in my bio and everything now.
Oh, sweet. You got a Patreon?
Yeah, it's I've got like behind the scenes content, so I filmed a couple videos.
That does sound like OnlyFans.
No, it does. It does.
It's Mr. Miyagi asked you to set it up. That's his top tier Patreon. And Miyagi.
The amount of people on Instagram ask me, is it like OnlyFans or you're naked? And I've had to put like 20 times now. No.
Really?
I'm not naked on it.
Do you get a lot of shit sliding into your DMs?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
You do generally, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Shit, right,
I
okay.
just tend to ignore them.
Well, we're going to have this. We're going to have this for the extra, where Archie's going to show some pum-pum that slid into them DMs, and then he's going to give them to me, and then I'll message him. Hello. I know you messaged an 18-year-old kickboxer, Taekwondo expert, but would you like a 33-year-old pervert? I love you. Sign up to our Patreon as well. It's like literally £1 a week and you get loads of extra content and you help to support the podcast. That is so important because your patrons keep this podcast running, and thank you ever so much for that. We hope you've enjoyed it. Have a happy Christmas and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.